Yo! We're in Canada, in Yukon Territory. That's the US-Canada border behind there. Just crossed, no trouble. So yeah, big country. What, world's second biggest country ahead of us now. And cycle down to White. Picked up another cyclist, Alan.
Hello.
Hello world. We're just gonna head up the hill. Lots of hills now between us and Dawson. See how we get on. We've just crossed the border from USA, from Alaska into Yukon Territory, Canada. It is Saturday, the 18th of August. Just wanted to show that because I didn't get stamped out of the USA. At the border there was no stamp out, and there's no stamp into Canada because it was electronic. So I just want to make sure I got a record so they don't question that I overstayed when it comes to entering USA again. So I hope that's okay. But yeah, Alaska was awesome. Looking forward to seeing what the Yukon offers. Before you ride in and say wear a helmet, I do normally wear a helmet for the descent, but I can see this one is really short and then there's a big climb again. I have to take the helmet off. I get really hot powering this heavy bike up these hills. And one of the reasons why I like riding in the evening is partly because the roads are quiet, but also because of the light. Look at this gorgeous light. Actually makes it a little bit easier to ride on this loose surface because you can see any corrugations and any slight ruts a little bit better. But this road's super quiet now. The road goes to the border, of course, is where I've come from today with the USA. I don't think anybody could get from here to the border before it closes. No, it must be half an hour before it closes. So the road's all mine. Completely quiet. Just the scent of some of these bushes have a very aromatic scent. Just me and the buzzing insects. Yeah, red letter day. Or more or less perfect day on the bike. Woke up feeling pretty rubbish after pushing hard yesterday. That's nothing that the cycling cure won't fix. And a strong cup of coffee first, of course. Water as usual at the end of every day, and then I can make camp, have dinner, and do it all again tomorrow. Oh, I'm so happy right now. I just got passed by a car who asked me if I needed any water. Yeah, I'd take some water. So we had a chat and said goodbye. Maybe see you in Dawson City. 200 meters down the road, they've stopped again and they say, we have pizza, vegetarian pizza, if you want that. So yeah, Peter from BC and Jessica from Mexico just gave me half a pizza here. Oh my God, it's the best pizza I've ever tasted. Yeah, it's been a long day and I'm very hungry, so I'm going to devour this and head on down the road to Dawson. My first road angels in Canada. I would say that was a perfect day on the bike for me. Decent distance, 60 miles. It's just stunning scenery, roller coaster of a road, loads of climbing but loads of descending. Got free pizza. Somebody gave me pizza when I'm getting hungry at 9 o'clock at night. I got my water bottles filled up, scrounged from another big camping rig. Family from BC, Andy and his 3 boys and his wife. very kindly gave me lots of 500ml bottles to fill up my big bottles. So I'm going to get enough to camp, and then a few kilometres down the road find this secluded little wayside, nobody else here. Nice little spot in the woods there to hide my tent. So I'm going to go find somewhere a bit away from the tent to cook my dinner. But yeah, if this is what Canada has to offer, then this is going to be awesome. Really even doesn't seem to have too many mosquitoes here. So yeah, I'm happy. So I'm heading south from Dawson City on the Klondike Highway now. This is the Klondike River. Facing the wrong way there, I'm going this way. But yeah, my beloved tailwind has deserted me. I gotta ride into the wind now. Still some pretty good views. The road's not too bad. About 4 days ride from Whitehorse. I came down via Dawson City yesterday. Spent the first part of the afternoon looking around there, being a tourist, gathering some supplies for this next haul down to Whitehorse, about a 5-day run. And yeah, I had a bit of a nasty afternoon on the road yesterday. Started well, but a lot of the road here is being resurfaced, and it's been kind of left in a state where it's just gravel and dust. No big surprise there. This is a remote part of Canada for one thing, but because the road is basically good, traffic is moving incredibly fast. It must be doing 90, 100 kilometers an hour, and at that speed, man, they raise a lot of dust. So I had a section for maybe an hour yesterday where I couldn't really see in front of me and I couldn't really see behind me. There's just so much dust on the road, just choking. So not fun at all, and it happened to be at the end of the day where I thought I was going to be able to find a place to camp, but the forest at the sides is all covered in white dust, just billowing off the road. Nah. But I got lucky. I found a house randomly out here. Nice old dude gave me a load of water, filled up all my bottles. Suggested I camp at the lake across the way, but again, still too dusty. But 2 or 3 kilometers down the road, I found this little clearing in the forest at the side, and yeah, what a fantastic campsite. You can see just surrounded by silver birch before the black spruce takes over. Silver birch seems to follow the corridor of the road. I'll try and get some footage today just to show, like, sometimes you come over a rise and you start to descend and you can see just what an ocean of forest the Yukon is. Just in every direction is just silver birch and mostly black spruce. So this road, the Klondike Highway, is just the narrowest little corridor through all of this. So although it's fun to camp like on the edge of it, you don't want to go wandering off too far into it because it never ends, and you probably never come out again. But yeah, just wanted to show you what the Yukon looks like. Camping in the Yukon looks pretty good. This is kind of how I imagined it. So let's hope there's plenty more like this. All right, let's ride. So yeah, I had to stop. An oversized load just went through there, and I had to get off the road because the whole area here was obscured. It was like being in a cloud, so anything coming up behind me wouldn't be able to see me. So I'm thinking I should put the high-vis vest on the back. I've got a little high-vis tag there. Yeah, no problem with visibility once it blows through, but when something like that comes through and raises up so much dust that I'm invisible then. So yeah, maybe need to rethink. Lunch stop on the Klondike Highway. Tough day today so far. Not been on the road very long, but I've spent most of it in a cloud of dust, as I showed before. And for whatever reason, I don't know, I have what John Steinbeck called the mully grubs. I don't know, just getting negged out, not really feeling it. So I'm trying to remember that I've chosen to do this and that nobody's making me do it. And actually I'm in pretty amazing surrounds once I get off that horrid road. So yeah, my rule 1, or my lesson 1, when in doubt, stop and eat something. So I've done that. The most important things to eat are a cup of tea, dark chocolate, plus the rest of it, of course. Yeah, that really helps. And just stop and consider really why I'm doing this. Try not to put up too much of a barrier between me and the people who I'm encountering. Most of them, all of them today, have been car drivers or truck drivers or whatever. And really just try and find a way not to create an us and them mentality, because they're not being very considerate. Maybe one vehicle in 20 has slowed down on that very dusty gravel road. Most of them just power past. It's often quite close, showering me with gravel, and then I can't see where I'm going and I can't breathe either. But you know, these are my problems, I have to deal with them. Virtually everybody in the Western world, and certainly everybody in Canada, drives a car, so I can't get into this mindset of hating car drivers. Of course, I was a car driver and probably will be one again in the future. But yeah, tough day. But on the plus side, that usually means something's good's going to happen. That usually means that so long as I keep my eyes open, something interesting will happen. And of course, on those days when it's raining hard and I'm soaked to the skin, it just makes it so much more enjoyable when the sun comes out, dries everything out again. You know, days fighting a headwind. I have a headwind today. Make the tailwinds all much more enjoyable. So yeah, you have to take the rough with the smooth. I know that. In fact, the rough makes the smooth all the sweeter. So yeah, this reflection is only possible because of tea and chocolate, of course. Half an hour ago, I was making myself hoarse. I think I shouted obscenities at a few of the trucks that covered me in gravel, which is not cool. So yeah, I'm going to try and be more phlegmatic about it this afternoon and cover some more miles. So let's get going and see what the future brings. Good morning from the Yukon. So last night I was looking for a place to camp, desperate for somewhere to take a wash, and found a little stream, freshwater stream. So yeah, I managed to have a great bath. Very, very cold. I mean, I say bath, using the coffee pot to pour water over me, and it was one of the coldest I've ever had, I can tell you that. I guess it's not glacier fed because the water was clear, but most of the time it's flowing through these shaded forests, so it's not getting any sunlight, and yeah, it's freezing. But managed to do some laundry as well, just waiting for the last few things to dry out. So yeah, feeling much refreshed today. I even had a campfire last night to warm up after that freezing cold bath. So yeah, another late start. A big difference today as well, I didn't set the alarm. What I've been doing is setting the alarm for, I don't know, my aspirational get up time of like 7 a.m. But because it stays light here until maybe 10:30, 11, I'm tending to ride pretty late, and I'm tending to be cooking just as it goes dark. So by the time I'm actually in bed with my book, it's usually like 11:30, midnight. And after a big day on the bike, it seems that I really need more like 9 hours sleep. So usually I'm just snoozing the alarm every 10 minutes for like 2-3 hours sometimes, and I don't feel much better for it. I should just not set the alarm. So that's what I did today. Didn't set the alarm, and just got up when I woke up, which was about 9:30 actually. And then I had a whole bunch of jobs to do, still waiting. It rained overnight, so the laundry wasn't dry in the morning, but my air mattress has sprung another leak. Just more holes in my clothes, so doing some sewing as well. All good, all stuff that it's just part of extended traveling. These are my favourite times, actually. If you've got a good campsite, for me, much of the joy of that is having a nice place to just to do your jobs in the morning without feeling hurried, without being eaten alive by mosquitoes. Having fresh water just makes everything much, much easier. I'm on the Klondike Highway, somewhere between Stewart Crossing and Pelly Crossing. Oh man, what a windy day. This is probably the strongest headwind I've had in North America so far. Yeah, you can see when it gusts, man, the trees are all bending. So I've been riding into this now for maybe 6 hours. I'm barely making 10 kilometers an hour, I think. Anyway, I'm at the top of this hill. I've been climbing uphill for like 2 hours now. I'm at about 800 meters, so let's see how I get on down the other side. So far on any decline, I've had to still pedal. As you can hear, it's raining pretty hard. Raining non-stop now for about 16, 17 hours. I just got the tent up as it went dark last night. I got the tent up, and literally as I put the final pole in, the skies opened and I crawled inside pretty happy. Yesterday was a really tough day with that headwind. I nearly made 100 kilometers, but it felt like about 150. And then I wake and it's still doing this. So yeah, I mean, today's mostly spent. I think I'm going to call this a rest day. I need it. I've got everything I need. I've got enough water and got enough food. The tent is pretty much holding up. A couple of slightly damp spots. I have to say, pretty happy about that for an 11-year-old tent that I've kind of resurrected and kept patching up. So fingers crossed it's going to hold out for the rest of the day. But yeah, here we are. Welcome to my world. Not a very glamorous campsite. This is a kind of lay-by next to a big lake. So I got more water if I need it. I can filter that. But it's not like I'm going to be enjoying the view anyway on a day like today. It is really hammering down out there. So I guess I'm going to keep reading my book, dreaming my dreams, and hopefully we'll cover some miles tomorrow. So I'm still in the Yukon. I'm on the final run into Whitehorse today. Yesterday managed to do my first 162 kilometer, 100 mile day. First one for a long time. I don't know when the last time I did a day like that, but I feel good today. So yeah. I'm back on it, but yeah, yesterday was fine, although headwind all day. Today, lots of rain, so actually it's brightening up a little bit, but it's still raining. I just ducked into this day use shelter in one of the national park campsites, and these have been great picnic stops all the way through Alaska and the Yukon. Bit of a roof over your head and plenty of space, usually some water. I just filtered some lake water here, so yeah, get a brew on. Have my customary peanut butter, bagel, and mashed potato, and banana and chocolate. Yeah, my special cyclist low carb diet. But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen when I get to Whitehorse. I managed to find a free Wi-Fi point yesterday, the first network connection of any kind I've had in over a week. But yeah, briefly yesterday I managed to get out a few messages to potential warm showers hosts in Whitehorse. So maybe when I get to Whitehorse tonight, maybe I get a happy surprise and find that I have a host, or maybe I find I don't have a host and I have to find somewhere to camp in the rain, which is not a problem. But yeah, I'm ready for a couple of days off now. It's been 2 weeks pushing pretty hard. So yeah. I mean, this is a very nice spot here. I like it here. But most of the time, not really a road to linger on anyway, so doing 100 miles yesterday was the thing to do on that road, you know. It was pretty straight, pretty closed in on both sides by trees. Occasional views, so I will stop and take a photograph or something, or enjoy the view. But most of the time you're in a kind of green tunnel. So yeah, it made sense to power along. I'm looking forward to getting to Whitehorse and having a conversation again. And maybe see Adam and Julie, hopefully. Hopefully we'll cross paths again there. But I guess I better pack up now and do that.